Hey, it's Chad Sarah from
Hello.
DriveLightning.com. Good to see everybody today. Thank you, or good to be seen by everybody today, more
Yeah,
accurately.
we can't see you in case that worried you.
We're really excited about this video, more excited probably than any, well, definitely, because I don't really get excited about these videos. So, definitely the most excited about this video.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! We hope you'll like it too. 3 months ago, we made this video right here. See, it says EV ownership lifestyle change question mark question mark question mark. Not a super popular video, by the way, you might notice, but of the 8 comments, one of them stuck out to us, and that's this one right here. This comment came from Andy. It says 3 months ago, I'm hoping to eventually partake in the EV life one day. I haven't taken the plunge yet, but hope to when the right i3 Rex becomes available. So Andy was looking for the right BMW i3 range extender and then was going to buy an electric car and become part of the lifestyle.
Is it a lifestyle? Where'd we land on that?
Yeah, I mean, of the whopping 58 people that viewed it, I think it was right about the middle.
Oh, okay.
But, we think it's a lifestyle change.
A little bit, yeah.
But anyway, I got an email and Andy bought the BMW i3. So we're going to do
Woohoo!
something we've never done on this YouTube channel. We are going to interview somebody. It's going to be a train wreck. And
No, it's
so
not
don't
going to be a train wreck.
it might be cool. Hopefully Andy makes it worth watching because, not professional interview. We don't even talk to each other that good most of the time.
Our communication's poor.
We struggle. All right, so stay tuned for this interview with Andy, who just bought the BMW i3. We're going to ask him about the whole process of deciding to go electric, finding the right electric, how did he go about it, and then how he feels about it now that he has one. Let's do it right now, Sarah. Ready?
I'm ready.
Count down from 3.
3.
Go. Andy, thank you so much for taking the time. As Sarah and I have told you before, we have been with you on this journey. We wanted to see you get the car you wanted.
Yes.
So we're excited. When you sent that message that you got it, we were like, yes,
I feel
victory.
personally vested in your choice.
Right.
Well, thank you, and you guys really were part of our journey looking for our car and finally getting the car because you guys answered a lot of questions that we had no other way of really getting an answer for. So
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's funny when we bought the Nissan Leaf, when I was researching, same thing. I went to YouTube and I found one guy that had a Leaf and talked about all the details. And I was like, wow, okay. And the same thing, it really helped me out a lot. A couple questions we want to throw at you because we get to talk to somebody now that went from the idea of driving electric all the way to the finish line. So we're excited.
Yes.
Mhm.
So first of all, if you don't mind, where are you from?
I'm from Toronto, Canada.
Nice. We love Toronto.
Yes, we
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed our last visit
Beautiful
there.
city. Yeah, beautiful. So in Toronto, what's the infrastructure like for charging? Do you have plenty of chargers, fast
It's
chargers?
getting better all the time, but there's still a lot of work to be done. Like if you're inner city, there are charge points, but once you start venturing out into the suburbs or even along the highway routes north and south and stuff like that, it's hit and miss. But it is getting better. We are um, having a network put in something similar to Electrify Can or sorry, Electrify America.
Oh yeah,
We're not
yeah.
like an Electrify Canada, basically.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
Nice.
Good.
Mhm.
Do you use an app when you're planning your trips to figure out where you're going to have chargers along the way?
To be honest, I've only had one trip so far. Uh, and, I did use PlugShare to find chargers on the way.
Okay.
Uh,
Good.
it it was nerve wracking because when I realized that I was running low on juice on the way home from picking up the car, that's when I realized I really need to use this app right now.
That's how you find out. What does it say? Necessity is the mother of invention, right?
Exactly. Exactly.
It shortens the learning curve when you actually need it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Well, I had a message pop up on the screen and it said, I believe it was insufficient charge to get to your destination. And
Yikes.
even though we have the Rex, the range extender, it wasn't in my thoughts at the time. I'm like, oh my God, I'm running out of juice. I really need to find somewhere to charge up right away.
It's your first range anxiety. You should write that
It,
date
it
down
was,
someplace.
it's a real thing. Range anxiety is real.
It's
Yep.
it does go away, I promise you. You kind of
Mhm.
get a
Yes.
feel for it, It's like we'll be okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
once you're used to using the apps like PlugShare, we use the
We use
ChargePoint app
ChargePoint a
a
lot.
lot
Mhm.
because that's a
Yep.
infrastructure around us. You get used to just knowing and for us where we drive, we find we just use them over and over again, the ones that we have. So you get
Yeah.
used to it. It goes away.
So, Andy, what made you decide to go electric? Was it your choice, your wife's choice, or how did it come about?
Um, we were interested in electric cars for a long time. As you've seen from my posts on your videos and stuff, I've been watching it for a while just because it's so interesting. And for the last little while, probably 2 years or so, my wife was saying, "Well, if we ever get another car, hint hint, um, we're going to go electric." I said, "Well, I don't think we can really afford electric." And she's like, "Well, I want to go in that direction when it's time." So we decided to go test drive cars. We have a lovely program here in Ontario where you can actually go and test drive all the cars. It's sponsored privately and by the manufacturer and government even to a degree, where you can just go and test drive and learn and ask questions. I'm just gonna mention it. It's plug and drive. Really
love
awesome
that.
people. So we went there a couple of times, test drove a bunch of different cars. They're not there to sell anything to you, so it was just purely for information. And she was hooked on the i3 after driving it, and it's always been in her memory, and it became her dream car.
That is great.
I
So
get it. I get it having
get it
driven
too.
it. Yeah.
That kind of answers another question I had. I was going to ask you how you did your research, but what a cool research. What's the name of that place again? That program?
Plug and drive.
Plug and Drive. And there's
Yep.
just like a variety. Is it all electric cars that you can? Or is it
Yeah,
all-
yeah. They I think they at one point had plug-in hybrids, but I think it's solely electric cars now. So I was fortunate enough to have driven the Bolt, the Volkswagen Golf or e-Golf,
Okay, e-Golf, right?
and I'm trying to think. There's probably one more I can't think of now, but their inventory of cars to test drive changes all the time. I think they said they have at some points in time 16 different cars to try.
Wow,
How
that is
neat.
really cool.
Do you mind if I ask how you liked the Bolt?
I like the Bolt in a different way than the i3. The i3 is really cool. The Bolt is way more normal.
Okay.
Yeah, too normal.
Yeah, like it's other than the fact that it's got a big screen in the middle, it was very regular feeling. Um, I was always leaning a little bit towards the Bolt because of the whole range. It has a much larger range or capacity, but at the same time, it wasn't special.
Hmm.
That's
Gotcha.
interesting.
Like an undercover EV.
Yeah, we haven't driven a Volt. In fact, the first time we ever drove any electric car is when we drove our Nissan off the lot. We didn't test drive or anything
Oh,
like that.
Yeah,
so
we don't have a cool program like
yeah, we
that
don't
here. I
have
hope we
that
get
here.
one. That'd be
Right.
awesome.
Man, what
Well,
a cool program.
No, it's open to anyone. If you guys are in Toronto again, for sure, I would say check them out. Definitely.
Will
Yeah,
do.
we definitely will
Definitely
do.
will do. So now that you've driven the BMW a few times, you said you took a trip. Of course, you drove
Mhm.
it back from when you bought it. What's the vibe now? How are you and your wife feeling after having it?
It's a game changer. It really, really is. I've never owned a BMW to begin with, but uh, I understand like the whole like German methodology behind things. The car is way over engineered.
Yes.
There's lots of things it does that I don't know how it does it yet.
Yeah.
But definitely it makes me wonder, why aren't all cars more like this? Like it's honestly a brilliant car.
It really is. We found when you're driving it and you put something in the navigation, a destination, and then it's guessing at how many miles you have, it
Mhm.
seems to factor in everything. Like it
Yeah,
knows you're going to be at highway speeds, for example, for this amount of time.
mm,
It factors all that in. And like the Nissan Leaf, when you get on the highway, your miles left is ridiculous. It makes no sense for
mhm,
about
mhm.
10 minutes, and then it kind of dials in. But the BMW, I mean, they've got that down really good.
Well, I
Really
couldn't
good.
believe it. I even I plotted the same destination on my phone. with Google Maps, and the BMW had the same route, and like everything was the same. Like I don't know where they draw their data from, but it was really really accurate. So I'm led to believe that there's just some next generation technology in there that we just don't understand.
Yeah. So you just take it on faith. Okay, when I push this, this is going to happen.
Yeah,
That's all I
exactly.
need to know. I was thinking too. I don't know if you saw the video, but my mom's accessory battery went bad. That's the little
Mhm.
12-volt battery, and all of the like secret compartments where you can manually open the charge flap or you can
Oh
manually
yeah.
open the hood. Just incredible. What a cool car.
It's really neat.
Mhm.
So now, what are we going to do about BMW not making this anymore?
I don't know. I think they really really missed an opportunity to truly revolutionize things.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm excited that there are other EVs. In fact, there are EVs coming from everywhere now, apparently. But at the same time, more and more of them look like what's already on the road.
We feel
Um,
exactly the same. I don't want to see
like
any more. What did you say about the Chevy truck? It just basically looks like an
It's an
avalanche
avalanche.
it is an avalanche, and I sent you the picture of the
of the
blue
avalanche. I
avalanche.
know. I
Yep.
showed Sarah that. He's like, "Oh, look, Andy saw the new electric, but that's not even out yet." And it's like, that's just an avalanche. But it's just amazing how people are just leaning toward even the new BMWs. I don't know if you've seen the new ones that are coming out electric. They just look like a car and an SUV. That's it.
Yeah, I think when it boils down to it, most people just want the same, same but better.
Yeah.
Me, I would love different and better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're in that class
Yeah, we're in
too.
the
We
same.
like the different, unique, interesting,
Yeah.
fun.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. I just have to say too, we really appreciate you watching our videos and commenting. A lot of times you make us laugh. Not too many people can do that.
Well,
It's
thank
about
you.
it's the best ab workout I get is laughing. But it's been a lot of fun getting to know you through text and now being able to see you face to face is
Well,
awesome.
thank you. I've honestly, I look forward to seeing the notification when there's a new video popping out, and when the first time you mentioned my name, I had to share that with all my friends because they're like, "Oh my God, I'm on YouTube." Well, YouTube. So,
Yeah.
so
Well, we don't have the ability to make anybody famous on this channel. It's going to be years
As you
before.
can see, we are not famous, so we
Yeah,
can't do it for anybody else.
Yeah, we're happy with that.
thank you guys. Thank you.
But it's been so nice to talk to you. Thank you for taking the time for the
Yes,
interview.
thank you.
And really, you've educated us on that Canada program. I've never heard of that. Plug in,
Drive.
drive.
Right. I'll post the link on the comments.
Oh, that'd be
Uh,
great.
it's
Yes.
just it's a neat thing, and like it's really crazy because um there's actually a used car rebate through them, and it's privately funded. So this
Wow.
rebate
Nice.
this rebate is like truly generous by this individual who's very much into alternative um, uh, alternatives to what we use today. So he's into solar and everything, but he feels so strongly about it that he's personally donated his money
Awesome.
as a rebate to people. So we applied to it because my neighbor told me about it.
Yeah.
Who also happened to get they got the Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in, and
Oh,
she got
cool.
she got the rebate for that. And I applied for it, and we'll see how it all goes. But definitely, uh, it's a really great experience and a place to learn, which I
Yeah.
think there should be more of all over, because that's the only way people are going to be convinced about it is
Right.
when you put your foot on the accelerator, when you get in, when you feel it, it's a breath of fresh air.
It
Mhm.
really is. It's so different. We talk about this all the time, Sarah and I, with our family, that we can't go back to driving a gasoline powered car. Can't do it because
Mhm.
electric is just so much fun to drive. And hey, if it helps the environment, all the better. That's fantastic. It's less expensive for us to drive, which I hope you
Mhm.
find that in time too. It's like, wow, great. Well, thank you again. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you guys. Thank
It's
you.
been a
Thanks
real
for
this has been a real highlight for us
Yes, we've really
to
enjoyed
get to
this.
see you.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you. Nice
So-
to talk with you.
Yeah. So everybody give us a thumbs up for Andy, not for us.
No, not for us.
Do it for Andy. He deserves it. All right. Thanks for taking time to watch the interview. Thank you, Andy, for being part of the interview. We appreciate all your comments through the several months we've been making these videos. Sarah has something to say, clearly.
Andy made it worthwhile. Thank
Agreed.
you, Andy.
Agreed.
Well done.
So
You saved the
you
segment.
saved the video, Andy. Thank you.
Woo.
So if you want to watch a couple of the BMW i3 videos we made, if you go over Sarah's head, you see the funniest video ever when my mom took delivery of her BMW i3. If you click this video over my head here, then you'll see us trying to get the BMW i3 stuck in the snow. That's it from us, Chad and Sarah, drivelightning.com. Do us a favor and give us one of these.